Welcome to Psalms for Modern Souls, where the ancient words of the Psalms are transformed into a guide for today's challenges. Imagine a vast, sunlit cathedral where light filters through stained glass windows, casting a kaleidoscope of colors on the marble floor. In this sacred space, a lone worshiper kneels in prayer, their back to the camera, their face illuminated by the soft, golden light of dawn. Today, we explore how these timeless scriptures can provide comfort and insight in our modern lives. Consider the bustling streets of a city at dusk, the noise and chaos of everyday existence, and the psalmist's words that remind us of the quiet moments of peace. Amidst the chaos, a young mother pauses on her journey, closing her eyes and finding solace in the familiar verses of Psalm 23 as she holds her child close. In a world that often feels overwhelming, the Psalms remind us that our struggles are not unique. Picture a sprawling urban park at twilight, people walking their dogs, children playing, and couples strolling hand in hand. As the sun sets, casting long shadows, a group of friends gather around a small campfire, reciting psalms together under the starry sky, finding strength and comfort in the words that speak to their hearts. In the Psalms, we find a reflection of our own emotions and experiences. Picture a busy office, where the hum of technology and the noise of colleagues blend into a symphony of modern life. Amidst this chaos, an employee takes a moment to read Psalm 91, feeling a sense of protection and peace, as if the words themselves are a shield against the stresses of their day. They look up, their eyes reflecting the fluorescent lights, and take a deep breath, finding strength in the ancient words. These ancient texts offer us a bridge to understanding and healing. Imagine a quiet beach at dawn, the sand glistening under the rising sun, and the waves lapping gently at the shore. A weary traveler, having just landed from a long journey, sits on a weathered wooden bench, reading Psalm 139, feeling the weight of their journey lifted by the words of wisdom and comfort. As the day begins, they feel a renewed sense of purpose and peace. Finally, the Psalms teach us that even in the darkest moments, there is light. Picture a hospital room filled with the beeps of machines and the soft hum of a fluorescent light. A patient, surrounded by family, closes their eyes and begins to recite Psalm 46, finding solace in the words of resilience and hope. The room, though stark, is filled with the quiet strength and comfort of ancient scriptures. As the family continues their recitation, the room is suddenly filled with a gentle, natural light that seems to soften the starkness of the setting. The words resonate with the family, a mix of ancient and modern, weaving a tapestry of comfort and understanding. The peace they find is palpable, as if the very air around them is holding their struggles in a quiet embrace. Outside, the world is alive with the hustle and bustle of a busy city. The family's recitation carries on, their voices blending with the distant sounds of traffic and laughter. It's a reminder that even in the midst of chaos, there is a place of stillness and tranquility, a sanctuary within the scripture that speaks to the heart of every person's journey. A montage of daily struggles unfolds, a mother juggling a work call and a child's school project, a father rushing to finish a deadline, a young couple trying to maintain a relationship amidst life's challenges. Each struggle is met with the family's recitation, a reminder that their troubles are not unique and that they are not alone. The Psalms offer a mirror, reflecting their own experiences and providing a path to resilience. The family moves to the kitchen, where they prepare a simple meal together, their voices blending with the sound of water boiling and utensils clinking. In the quiet of the kitchen, the Psalms take on a new meaning, as the family's actions and words come together, creating a space of communion and unity. The meal, a shared act of care and love, strengthens their bond and deepens their connection to the scriptures. As the family finishes their meal, they gather around a small, modern bookshelf filled with various editions of the Bible. Each book holds stories and wisdom that resonate with their lives. The father picks up a book, his fingers gently touching its cover, as if each page is a new frontier of discovery. The act of selecting and holding the book is a moment of reverence, a tangible link between the past and the present. The family's day comes to a close, and they sit together on the couch, their eyes reflecting the calm after the recitation. The air is heavy with a sense of peace and reflection as they contemplate the day's events and the wisdom of the Psalms. The words they have spoken echo in their hearts, a constant reminder that amidst the noise and chaos, there is a voice of hope and resilience guiding them through their modern struggles. Amidst the bustling city streets, we see a young professional, Alex, walking hurriedly, her phone in her hand, earphones blaring. Despite the constant notifications and the relentless pace, she stops suddenly, the noise fading away as she closes her eyes and begins to recite Psalm 46, its calming words echoing in her mind. The city noise returns, but now she walks with a newfound sense of peace and resilience, her steps more confident. In a quiet park, we find another individual, John, sitting on a bench under a weeping willow tree, a book of Psalms open in his lap. He looks up, his face showing a mix of weariness and hope as he reads Psalm 23, feeling the weight of his modern-day worries lift. The sun sets behind the trees, casting a golden light on the park, and the birdsong seems more tranquil, reflecting the calm that has settled over him. In a dimly lit room, Sarah is seen meditating, her eyes closed as she focuses on the words of Psalm 139. The room is adorned with minimalist decor, allowing the light from a single lamp to highlight the intensity of her concentration. Her breaths are slow and steady, and the repeated phrases of the psalm seem to resonate deeply within her, offering comfort and assurance in the midst of her personal struggles. Back in the city, a mother, Maria, is seen in a bustling shopping mall, pushing her young child in a stroller. Despite the crowds and the noise, she stops near a display of flowers and opens her heart to Psalm 121, feeling a protective and guiding presence amidst the chaos. Her eyes, though filled with concern, also reflect a newfound sense of peace as she offers a small flower to her child, sharing the message of God's care and protection. On a long drive, we see Mark, a truck driver, looking at his GPS while trying to find his way through a thick fog. The darkness and the lack of visibility make the road feel daunting, but he pulls over to the side and opens his Bible, turning to Psalm 34. As he reads, his anxiety begins to ease, the words of encouragement and the reminder of God's presence calming his troubled mind. The camera focuses on the road ahead, now visible through the fog, as if by the power of the psalm, the way ahead has been illuminated. At a community center, a group of teenagers are seen gathered around a table, discussing their fears and concerns about the world. They seem overwhelmed and anxious, but as they begin to share their thoughts, the moderator encourages them to turn to Psalm 139, finding solace in its promise of God's intimate knowledge and care. As they read together, their faces soften, and a sense of unity and comfort settles over the group, offering them hope for the future. As the final pages are turned, a collective sigh of relief fills the room. The participants realize that the Psalms are not just a historical record, but a living, breathing companion in their daily struggles. The light outside begins to fade, casting a warm, golden glow through the windows, symbolizing hope and divine presence. The group decides to take a moment to reflect on what they've learned today. With the group's eyes closed, they begin to share personal stories of how the Psalms have touched their lives. One by one, they recount how these ancient words have provided comfort and guidance during their darkest moments. The shared stories create a bond, reminding them that they are not alone in their journey. The room feels charged with a sense of unity and renewed strength. The session concludes with a group meditation, where each person is encouraged to visualize the presence of God as their protective shield. Guided by the voice of a volunteer, the group focuses on the Psalms, promises of safety and security. The environment is serene, with the gentle hum of nature outside, reinforcing the sense of peace and divine protection. As the group opens their eyes, the room feels transformed. They are filled with a renewed sense of purpose and hope. With a deep breath, they prepare to take their spiritual journey back into the world, carrying the Psalms with them as a constant source of strength. The camera pans out to show the participants walking towards the door, their faces glowing with a renewed spirit. Outside, the participants meet with a local community center where they will share their experiences and spread the message of the Psalms. Their enthusiasm is palpable as they prepare to make a difference in the community. The camera captures a montage of them setting up tables, distributing literature, and engaging with others, their faces filled with determination and joy. As the sun sets, casting long shadows, the group gathers in a small, open field where they hold a communal prayer. Their voices blend together in a chorus of psalms, their hearts lifted to the heavens. The camera captures the beauty of the setting, with the stars beginning to twinkle in the evening sky, symbolizing the light of hope that the psalms bring to their lives.